universe is all around you. But its greater dimensions are within you.
Hello everyone, how are you today? I just want to give everybody a few minutes to get on, get ready. I'm looking at the time. How are you? Many blessings. Welcome to the True Awesome Life RV. And I just want to give, like I said, just give a couple minutes for people to be able to get on. If you have been following along with my Jedi studies, you would know that this is my beautiful little altar. I created before I moved into the RV so that I would have something small and compact that I can bring with me. And this almost didn't come with me when I got into this RV because it is still a little bigger than what I really can do. So, just want to take a couple minutes and, as I said, let people get on, let people get in. If you are watching live, put live down below and say hi. If you are hitting a replay, put replay down below. I'm gonna dance a little bit for you. Do some funky chicken. It's not all that serious. Hello, 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 whoever you are. It didn't tell me who you were. It's not telling, give me names. 1 more minute, please. 1 minute. And then we'll begin. Sandagar, welcome, welcome. Let's just put this right there. That'd probably be helpful. Okay, and we're gonna begin. For those of you who may not know who I am, my name is Jeff. I am the clarity coach over at Quantum Impact Coaching, and I am also just moved into a 19-foot RBR Mini Cruiser. It is so wonderful to be living kind of freer. The idea was to live more intentionally, to see some beautiful places around the world, and also to show you that you can live your true awesome life no matter what that looks like. Hi Kimber, welcome. So today, one of the things that I do is that I am studying to be a Jedi Cleric. And I don't know if you guys understand what that is. With the new Jedi movie coming out, the new Star Wars movie coming out, you know, it's kind of a perfect time to do a nice little ceremony. But for me, Jediism is the celebration of all that connects us. That's all that the Force is. It's the energy that we produce, that all living things produce, that binds us together and binds this universe together. Quantum physics says there's no reason why we're solid. It's only that we believe that we are, that we are. It's kind of a mass hallucination. It's kind of fun. So for me, that's what Jediism is. I am studying to become a Jedi Cleric, which means that I will be ordained religiously. I've been taking classes for the last couple of years to actually be ordained in the ministry of Jediism. How am I going to use that? I don't know yet. Probably through things like this. In some kind of capacity, I have done some sermons over at the Temple of the Jedi Order. This will be part of those, my studies eventually. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's happening, what's going on, why it's happening. And so today, you know, really how I want to start is by getting us all very connected, you know, and It's funny. I've been watching the Star Wars movies all the way through, and as they talk about selling your mind and really getting clear on the and connected to the Force, so connected to the energy that's all around us. So how I like to do that is through a little brief meditation, and what I want to do is just have us all breathe in for a moment, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And as we focus on our breath, you might hear the sounds around you. You may feel the sensations in your body. You may hear some road noise from someone's muffler that's just a little too loud. And I invite you to think about breathing all the way to your feet. Relaxing any tension that you may have. And as we go through, and as we slowly breathe into our feet, you may notice as you exhale, you feel a little bit of energy kind of seeping into the earth. This energy grounds you, and it pulls out any stress, any tension. And we're just going to let that go right down into our energy roots, down into the soil. There's nothing wrong if you don't feel them. They're there. In this moment, I want you to imagine that you have a white light shining right on the top of your head. It's warm. This energy. Hi, Sylvia. This energy that's coming from the top of your head, and you can feel that it goes right down through your energy roots, right along your spine, through what some may call the chakras. And that energy, pushing that white, clean energy, comes all the way through your body, all the way down through your energy roots, and it spans those roots outwards. See if you can feel something else living in your house. Maybe a plant, maybe an animal. Feel that connection that you have with that. Maybe another person. We have such a symbiotic relationship with plants. We breathe in their oxygen and they breathe in our carbon dioxide. The people around us. We have this cool, calm, peaceful energy just flowing to us and through us. And we're going to share it. We don't necessarily remember that we are all connected at all times. And you don't even need to believe in how I believe that we're connected in this whole energy field space. When I worked at the restaurant, I could tell you that when a plant closed, I could tell you within a week that they were laying people off. Because I knew that my sales went down. They were cutting hours. They're slowing down the plant. A city knows when the buses are not running correctly. People are late. People don't come into the city areas. How do you realize your connection with everything and everyone around you? I just want to take this few moments just to get still, just to feel that connection. Now that we connected with the people and living things that are in our house, let's see if we can extend that. Let's see if you can feel the connection of the people in your neighborhood. There's some you may know. There's some you may not. Each one of those people, each one of those trees, each one of those plants. Can you feel the insects that may or may not be hibernating? What can you feel? Let's take that one step further. Can you feel the connection you have with the people in your city? All the different animals, all the different people. Some you may see on a regular basis, some you may not. They might be the principal of your high school or your children's high school. Might be family. If family is close. Or cherished friends. What can you see? What can you feel? Send them all love. Send them all peace. Let's extend that a little further and feel the connection you have with everyone in your state. You may not agree with them all, but feel the connection that you have. One of the things that I learned this weekend is that there is no wrong point of view. It's not my point of view. I may not agree with that point of view. But it's not wrong. It's theirs. Now, can I find some facts of why why I want to fight against that whole thing? Sure. But there is no truth. Truth is subjective. This board is solid. But when you look at it, it's not. Look under a microscope, this isn't solid. We just perceive it to be so. So I want to take it one step further and go to the country. There's so much divisiveness right now. There's so many things that we want to fight about. We're mad, we're angry at each other. Here in the United States at least, and I know in Great Britain also. And many other places around the world. Can you send them love? Can you send them peace? Whether they agree with you or not. Let's do one further. Let's extend it to the world. Can you feel the connection you have? We all breathe the same air. We are all standing on the same ground. It's all connected. The tears that I've cried eventually will rain on your head. No matter where you are in the world. Can you feel that connection? So often we close that connection off. We're so afraid of being hurt. But today, just for today, I want to leave that wide open. And in this space, there's a tradition that I've been doing for the last few years for the Winter Solstice. You see, the solstice is a natural holiday. You know, you can say what you want, you can believe what you want, but many of the reasons why the holiday is on the date it is on is because of the solstice. December 25th is the first time you can see perceptible difference in light. You get more light than darkness. So if you look, Buddha was born on the 25th, Mithra, Christ, throughout the ages. And I'm not saying that any one of them are wrong. I'm just saying that these are the reasons why they're celebrated. Actually, Christ was probably born sometime in July because of the things that it was said in the Bible around his birth. The shepherds were out on watch. They wouldn't have been out in December. So these are some of the things that some of the reasons why this is the time. And one of the issues with the solstice is that it is so dark. It is the darkest night of the year. So what ends up happening is that people, in the weeks coming up to it, in the holiday season, and so many different holidays, all kind of have the same kind of theme around it these days, and they become very commercial, and it's less about the connection that we share and more about the gifts that we can give. Today, all I want to give is some light. See, because some people can't see the light. Some people don't have the families that we have. Some people don't have the blessings that we have. There are people on the street. There's people in relationships that are no longer working for them. And today, all I want to do is light a light. To know that there's hope, there's peace, there's love. So if you will with me, I ask you to bring a candle with you to this ceremony. And really, I just want you to light a candle. One of these days I will do this in an actual building with lots of people, with all of you around me. And we'll have this whole light, this whole room lit up in candles. It's one of the things I see. Or maybe it's Chinese lanterns that float up. It's one of the things I wish. But this light really does symbolize that hope for those people that just can't see the light. They can't see that life isn't going to always be like this. That life can change and light can happen. I've been in the depressed. I had a nervous breakdown last year, for many of you may know. And I've been in the I don't know. I couldn't see. I couldn't see how it was going to change. Thankfully, I've had great people around me to keep me moving, to keep me going. But not everyone has that support. So tonight, we just give them a little bit of light. And it may be you. Maybe you that might be able to not see the blessings that you have around you. Maybe life isn't as what you expected it to be. Maybe you don't see the way around the situation, up, over, or through. You don't know how to change. There's nothing wrong here. But for you, I light a candle so you may see some light. You see, every day, people go through things that they never necessarily thought they would. And every day we have a chance to just share some light. So I invite you just to light a candle. Each and every one of us matter in this world, in big ways and small ways. I'll never forget, someone gave me the example of, maybe it was me, it was something I wrote, but I remember the story about this guy who was walking down the street and he opened the door. He wasn't feeling well and he was kind of in his head, and someone opened the door for him and just smiled, and that made him smile. And he went up and he said something kind to the person in the store, and that actually affected that person, and she had a much better day and started talking to all the different customers, which brightened up the whole place. And as he was leaving, he could feel the energy shift in the room just because of the little conversation he had. And then as he was leaving, he ran into an old friend. And he was smiling, and they were chatting. And his mood was uplifted. And he uplifted the friend's mood also. Because the friend was feeling kind of down. And as he was walking away, there was this person on the street, and he just waved, "Hey." And that person smiled. And that person held the door open for someone else. It's this continuous loop that we don't even see. We don't even know what happens then. Those ripple effects that we have in life, in the universe, that we don't even think about. How often have you gone through a grocery store and just watched the people? So many of them are dead behind the eyes. How many times have you gone through a grocery store and found out it was you that was dead behind the eyes? You get out and realize that you didn't see anyone. You just got in and got out. Notice the people. Remember your connection. Remember that you matter in this world. What you say, what you do, each and everything, you matter. And looking at some of the people that actually joined me, thank you so much, Barb and Deborah and Sylvia and Kimber. And I know each and every one of you personally have made a difference in my life. And I know you make a difference every day in someone's life. And just because I know that's true, do you know it's true? Do you live as if it is true? So I want to thank you all for being here today. Believe it or not, it was a very simple ceremony. It's all about just sharing light. I invite you to keep the candle lit until it goes out. And know that you really do matter. Each and every one of you. And if you can't see the light, it may be time to be it. Bless each and every one of you. Enjoy your holiday. And I will see you soon.